Alright, so it's not the first time that one of these Battles of Legends sets has given us some obscure set support from an old series, and, yeah, when I saw the art for these new Doodle Sword, Doodle Beast cards, I was not expecting much, but I'm pleasantly surprised. We may have some actual good Dino support on our hands here. Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks so much for checking out the video. Before I get started with the can't even speak today, Doodle Beasts, I'm going to go ahead and ask you guys to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content. Click the notification bell if you want to stay notified. And we're really just trying to, cover a lot of new stuff coming out of Animation Chronicle, which will be our Brothers of Legend, or Battles of Legend. I guess it's back to Battles of Legend, coming out later this year. And first off, just top tier artwork. Like 10 out of 10, 20 out of 10. This is fantastic. Although they are called Doodle Beasts, missed opportunity to not call them Doodle Sores, in my opinion. Of course, we don't know what the actual translation will end up being. But the Doodle Beasts were used in Arc 5. I don't actually know that they were relevant. I think they were just like a one-off filler episode kind of thing. But the artwork is great, and what's more impressive is the fact that the cards themselves are actually pretty good. Generic dinosaur support. Now, whether or not you like dinosaurs, personally not a huge fan. I think Miscellaneousaurus is a huge problem card, and Conductor Tyranno is questionable in design as well. It's pretty cool for players and fans of dinosaurs to see them getting some new support here. So, taking a look first at Doodle Beast Stego, it's a level 5 Earth dinosaur monster that says if you control no monsters, or all monsters you control are dinosaurs, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can add one Doodle Book, spell or trap from your deck to your hand, then discard one card. You can only use each effect of this card once per turn. So, it's a free extender that's pretty easy to use. Dinos don't play a lot of links or anything of that nature, so you're not really going to be, dropping this to go into something, but I do suppose having access to, the Hulk combos, and certain Dino decks were playing that back in the day with things like Jirac Aeolo, it does open up a lot of possibilities as an extender, but we'll have to look at the Doodle Book spell and trap in a moment to see why this card actually has some solid viability to it. Next up, we've got Doodle Beast Tyranno, as fearsome as possible here, a level 8 Earth dinosaur monster. It says you contribute this card by tributing one dinosaur monster. During the main phase, if a dinosaur monster is on the field, you can, quick effect, immediately after this effect resolves, tribute summon this card from your hand. You can only use this effect of Doodle Beast Tyranno once per turn. If this card is normal summoned, you can destroy one monster on the field. Then, if this card was tribute summoned by tributing a Doodle Beast monster, it gains attack equal to half the attack that destroyed monster had on the field. So there's a lot to unpack there, but basically, you contribute it by tributing one dino instead of two monsters, which is great, and it's a quick effect tribute summon that you can do during the opponent's turn, so it is Disruption, which is actually really solid. It reminds me of Ether the Heavenly Monarch, which has similar timing conditions in terms of being able to summon. You tribute a dino, summon this during the opponent's turn. It's not a special summon, so it does get around things that restrict special summons, and when it does, you destroy a monster on the field in what appears to be non-targeting destruction removal. So overall, there's a lot going for it there. And of course, being that dinos have ways to search things with cards like Soul Eating Oviraptor, which can quite literally just get this to your hand pretty easily, and then, you can do different combos with it, just sort of leave the Oviraptor there, and then on the opponent's turn you can tribute it off, or you can ladder off into other combos, and obviously this is setting up your graveyard later to be able to make Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, which is ultimately still going to be Dino's biggest win condition, but just kind of food for thought there in terms of different applications and easy ways to get Tyranno to hand. But of course, the last card is Doodle Book. I don't even know what's going on there. There might be a reference to the show that I'm missing there, but I haven't seen all of Arc 5, so I don't know, to be honest. It's a normal trap that says when your dinosaur monster is targeted for an attack, negate the attack, then you can special summon one Doodle Beast monster from your graveyard, and if you do, it cannot be destroyed by battle, but is destroyed during the end phase. If this card is in your graveyard, except the turn it was sent there, you can banish it, add one level 5 or higher dinosaur monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use each effect of this card once per turn. So, right off the bat, you can search Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, which is pretty cool, but more importantly than anything else, you can actually search it with Stego and discard it with Stego. So you have a 2-in-1 kind of combo there. If you happen to summon Stego during the opponent's turn off of something like Baby Ceresaurus, you can search and discard the trap so that when your turn comes around, you have free range to search any of your level 5 or higher dinos, and that additional consistency is definitely pretty solid. Now, that's not the only way you have. Of course, you do have the option of using cards like Fossil Dig to search this out, and when you look at cards like Tyranno as well, you can get things like Foolish Burial Goods to mill the trap directly from deck. It's just a little slow because you can't search during that same turn. Of course, Lost World 2 is another one I wanted to mention here because it does give you the ability to put a dinosaur token on your opponent's field, which is thereby going to make your Doodle Beast always live. So you have some, you know, kind of different combo options there with Doodle Beast Tyranno to make sure that he's always able to be coming out as a disruption. And that non-targeting removal is pretty good. It just overall is a really solid, like, trifecta of cards that I didn't expect to be good, but they actually seem to be generically solid Dino support. If True Draco were to, you know, the True Draco Dino decks people used to play, this seems like it would work really well in there as well, particularly because of the fact that Doodle Beast Tyranno just has that utility going for him. Unfortunately, the trap is not all that great. It's actually the weakest of the three, in my opinion, but it's still decent enough in terms of being able to search, and if you can resolve its effect and negate an attack on rare occasions, I suppose it's not too bad. Of course, the opponent can always pop it, so that'll get it engraved and sort of set it up there. But the Doodle Beasts are pretty cool, and I'm actually excited to get them, not just because of the artwork being fantastic, but because they're actually really cool for dinos as a whole, and just as like a mini engine as well that sort of works within itself, especially with cards like Oviraptor. So let me know what you guys think. I know it's a pretty short video today, but there's only 3 of them announced, and I don't think we're getting any more, at least not in this upcoming set. So it's just something to look at as, you know, a really cute little in-archetype engine with some great artwork that might make dinos a little bit better. Of course, Miscellaneousaurus is still a powerful card, and as long as it exists at 1 or more, dinos will still be somewhat rogue as an option, but maybe they'll wisen up and hit it at some point and allow the deck to go in a different direction. That being said, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about the Doodle Beasts. Are they, you know, you think they're a little bit overrated? Do you think they're going to end up helping dinos? Do you think the meta may have, you know, passed it too far by? Always curious to hear what people think. And again, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Peace.